Hi everyone, it's Diane. Happy New Year. Welcome back. It's been a minute, hasn't it? So, I hope you are all well and that 2024 is starting you off just lovely. I've missed being up here crafting and sharing with you. I finally got some of the wrappings and trims and bows and stuff off my craft table so we can do a card. I'll apologize up front for the shadow. Now that we actually have a little bit of sunshine today, it's coming through my curtains so bright. I moved my whole computer and everything to get rid of some of the shadow, but it's not really working. And I'm not sure what else to do. I have all the other lights turned off, and I'm all but working in the dark here. Maybe that one. Oh no, that makes it really dark. Okay, guess we kind of need that. So, anyways, we'll work around it. We're still having our doggy dilemmas, I guess you could call it, with our old girl. She's, of course, not getting any younger, and she's very, very dependent and needy and gets a little bit restless when she doesn't know where I'm at. So I'm going to try to get through this card quickly. I've already had to go down and take care of her a few times this morning and come back up and try to get this stuff done. I was working on we have a local family here that has a winery, and they're such beautiful people and help out in the community and always offer classes and stuff at their winery. And they had asked if I wanted to do a card class out there. And we had talked about it for a long time. So over the holidays, we finally got some times and dates set and stuff. And so the first thing I had to do, of course, was design the cards that we're going to make there. So the project of designing those cards, which should have only taken me a couple of hours, took me like 3 days because I had to keep running back downstairs to take care of the dog. Once I have them designed, I'm good because I can take my big shot and my paper trimmer and everything down to the kitchen table, and she'll sit beside me and be good. But if she doesn't know where I am, she kind of freaks out a little bit. I'm going to share with you first. This is a card from she was my upline when I was still a Stampin' Up demonstrator, but now she is my Stampin' Up demonstrator. That she sent to me for Christmas. Is that pretty or what? I love that. Let's get rid of this. You know who I am by now. I'm Diane. Yeah, I like how this stands up, and I love this little. I don't have this. It's really pretty though. Oh, maybe you don't all know who I am. Yeah, if you're new to my channel, welcome. For those of you who are back, I'm glad you came back. I also want to share, these were the Christmas cards that I made this year and sent out. These were using Tim Holtz dies. I forget their name. Freezy and I forget the snowmen's names. Anyways, they took a few minutes there to cut out all the little die cut pieces and put them together. That's why some of the more intricate cards, I saved them just for like my family. And these were a couple I had left over. So I made my own backgrounds. I used different things, actually. I used some distress stains. And yeah, pretty much all of them actually were spray stain. And then I used craft cardstock. Cut out all my little pieces. There's some Wink Stella shimmer on there, just to make my snowmen bright. The tree and the little baubles were in with those Tim Holtz dies. Yeah, and then this was a wonderful way for me to use up scrap paper. I just took my scrap buckets down with me and cut out a bunch of hats and scarves, and I mean, because even the noses are like 2 pieces. I don't know if you can see there that they are 2 shades of orange. So there were a lot of I had little trays set up with all my die cut pieces in there, and that's what I did. Oh, I know what else I was going to share with you. So I also found a new company, and it's called Unity Stamps. Lisa Arana, I think, is how you would say her name. But anyways, the first thing that caught my eye were these dies, and these scallops and arches dies. And no, I haven't been able to use them on a card yet. but I want to. So I ordered these and I was real happy with them. This is stuff that I got like right before Christmas or over Christmas, so I haven't had time to play with them yet. But I do want to share when I find something that looks like it's fun, because that's what we're here for. And I know we're supposed to be using the stuff we have, right? I told you I screwed up though, and I bought more. So I also went back and found, maybe you can't see them in the plastic. Maybe I should just take the paper out. This one's called Frosted Beaks. Are they cute or what? I love them. Thanks for being by my side by side or miles apart. We're connected by our stoic hearts. Forever in cahoots. Loved it. Then, so we got Frosted Beaks. And her website, and I'll try to link it. It's unitystampco.com. But I'll try to put that in my description. Even though I'm not using these stamps today. And obviously I'm a snowman person. This is Wintertime Friends. Shine Bright. Joy, Happy, Love. See those? They're cute, right? I like them. Shine Bright. I like that. Shine Bright. That's pretty. And then this one is the Grumpy Bird Club. Oh my goodness. We may have to use the Grumpy Bird Club one day. And there say, through thick and thin, our features are, oh, I can't see. Through thick and thin, our feathers stay ruffled together. Together we stand united in our mutual disdain. The Grumpy Bird Club, meetings held whenever we're all peeved. Birds of a feather sulk together. Cute, right? And then another Christmas one that I got. I think this may have been on her clearance. I'm not sure. Winter Cheer and Deer. And I know these tall, skinny deer are very popular. The tall, skinny one. And he has kind of like a typeset background. Joy, peace, sending warm wishes and holiday cheer. Merry and bright love. Merry sparkle on, darling. Oh, I like that. Sparkle on, darling. May your winter days be filled with peace and happiness. Holiday cheer. Happy New Year. All cute, cute sayings. Adorable. So there are some stamp sets for next year. She also sends little gift stamps. Sorry for the crinkles. So there's a bunch of little gifty thing. That's a spider web. Can't read that one. I'll have to stamp it out. Something beautiful. So that was in one of the orders, because I ordered these by themselves, and then I was pretty happy at how quickly they came and everything, so I went back and ordered some more. This one had, oh, I can't read. With love. Hi, friend. And a couple little tags. Yeah. So she puts little gifts in your orders. Very cute stamp company if you're looking for something else to try. I'm sure y'all want to run out there and buy more, right? Like we don't have enough. Oh, here are my Christmas cards. The Holly Jolly was from scrapbook.com. And my snowmen was, I thought it said their names on here. Oh, who's texting me? Of course. Nobody loves me until I'm busy, right? I'm sure it's Freezy and... Oh, I don't know. Oh, Twig and Stump. Yeah, I was like real close. Not. So, anyways, those are my Unity stamp. I'll leave this right here so I remember to put her website down there for you in case you want to go take a peek. Yeah. So, back to our stamping A to Z. We, for those of you who were new, had been working on using stamp sets that are already in our stash. And so I started at the end of my alphabet and the beginning of my alphabet trying to work toward the middle. We had left off, we were in the B's at the beginning. Blessings of Home. Great images. I love the stamp set, and I have used this many times. In order to save some time, I did stamp them out, and I heat embossed them with clear ink. I did 2 prints, and I used a VersaFine Clear ink. And if you have been with me in the past, you know when I use these inks, they take a hot second to dry. Like when you stamp them, you don't really want to put your hand on them right away because it will smear, which lends itself very well to being covered in embossing powder. And I just used some clear embossing powder. I got this embossing powder, I think, at a yard sale probably 10 years ago. And as you can see, it's going to last me until the day I die. So I stamped my images. This one I chose Morning Mist, a little bit of a grayer, not quite so dark a black, and then just sprinkled my embossing powder over top of the ink while it was still damp. Unfortunately, both of my images have this little black line over the leaf, and I looked at the stamp and I can't see what was on there. And this one I did in Nocturne, which is a really nice intense black ink. And then again, sprinkled my clear embossing powder over it, heated it up to melt the powder, and there we have it. I embossed them because I got the itch to play with my Perfect Pearls. These also work well. I'm going to leave those kind of handy because I don't know if we're going to emboss my greeting on the front of the card or not. And this is a 4.25 by 5.5 inch piece of thick, basic white cardstock by Stampin' Up. And I'm using their heavy cardstock for this because I embossed. I use the Stampin' Up paper because I know how well that works with taking the ink and embossing. They do have really good paper. I pulled out a stencil or a mask, I guess is the new appropriate term, in case I want to put a little bit of a background behind my bouquet. Oh, I touched the cord. Remember my camera, sometimes if I bump the cord, I break the camera. Anyway, I thought if I need a little bit of a background on here somewhere, I could just ink blend lightly. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So 4.25 by 5.5 because then we can trim this down to fit on whatever size paper we need. I did have some paper cut out here that I had started to use on a different card and changed my mind. And oftentimes we let the paper do our work for us, but today I actually wanted to stamp and play with a stamped image, and that was why I decided I was going to use some Perfect Pearls. Perfect Pearls are colored powder. I don't even know what it's made out of. They have a beautiful shimmer to them. And, oh, that's a pretty color. What is that? Forever Red. Okay, let's give it a try. I will say, you only need teeny tiny bits of this. And it goes a little bit, goes a long way. So I think what I'll do, grab an acrylic block. And let's start with that one. See, I was going to pick up that pink too. What is that one? Forever, oh, that's violet. Look, kind of pink in there. I'm going to add just the tiniest bit of this to an acrylic block. And if I'm not mistaken, this works dry also. I can't really remember. It's a long time since I used it. And I don't think I want to spray water on that, so we're just going to put a couple drops right here. Because if I spray, you know what's going to happen to the powder. Poof, all over. I already was a little concerned because my heater just came on, and I do have a vent above me. And then we're going to use a fine tip paintbrush. This actually came in the Perfect Pearls. And I'm going to add some of that pearl to the water. And we can use this like paint. Ooh, it's a little bit intense there. And we might only get through one of these. I think I need more water. So did everybody have a wonderful Christmas? If you celebrate, I guess I should say, because I know a lot of people do not. We do. And actually for us, it still is Christmas. I've taken down some of my decorations, but I do leave my tree up until Three Kings Day, or when we celebrate the Epiphany. So that'll be this weekend, I believe. And then I'll worry about taking my tree down. You know, it's always kind of sad when you take it down anyway. It's so empty. It's already looking empty. That's why I thought maybe if I take down some of like my garland and things like that ahead of time, maybe it won't be so traumatic. Oh, I remember when I was little and we used to just get so upset when my mom would take stuff down because it was just always so pretty when it was up. Nobody wanted it to go away. Here we go. Oh, now I got water running all over, which actually, because my image is embossed, it's not going to go far. It's going to stay inside those embossed lines, which is good because now I can move some of that powder out of there. I was trying not to get it too wet because this is cardstock. It's not watercolor paper. But I didn't really want it to be that dark. Oh, there we go. That's lightening up. Nice. Cool beans. Yeah, so let's see. Since it's been a while, right? I did host one of the tables. This was my first year hosting at Our Lady's Advent breakfast at church. So I got to decorate my table with, you know, my dinnerware and stuff, and that was really fun. I will do that again next year, if, you know, if that tradition continues. I hope it does. It was really nice. And what else? Oh, and then my son's other dog, the one that's deaf, that had to have his little toe amputated. He had a tumor in between his toes that they weren't able to they were hoping it would just reduce in size, and it didn't. So they had to take his toe off, but he's starting to heal, thankfully. It's been about 8 weeks, I think, she said. And it's coming along, and she said that really that isn't a long time for an amputation, you know, to heal. But, yeah, he's doing pretty good with that. But then, right before Christmas, he got bit by another dog and had to have staples in his throat to, I'll tell you, I'm telling you. Pets. And I know it sounds like we have toddlers down there, and they may as well be toddlers, really. I need my image here because I can't tell what's a leaf and what's a petal. I think those are leaves. These are petals to that one, which I want to do a different color, I think. This one is a flower. Okay, let's get up in the top ones. I'm doing all this. It's called red, but I'll tell you, it looks more orangish. I know what I'm going to do that big color. I wonder if that purple will look more pink. Ooh, I just got a little orange on there. I didn't mean to do that. Will look maybe more pink. And I think Perfect Pearls are going to be kind of like my clear embossing powder. Pretty sure they're going to last me forever. But health-wise, I think we're pretty lucky this year. Knock on wood. Nobody's had any major illnesses here. My bristles are starting to separate there. They're still working on cutting trees and logging around here, so if you hear loud bangs, I apologize. Somebody is out there loading up a truck or something. And I couldn't see the truck at first. And I'm thinking, what is going on out there? But I finally saw him. So I think some people probably had enough of it. They were trying to clear the roads the other day and we got snow, and the poor snow truck got up to the dead end of our road where they typically turn around, and it took him like 4 times to try to get turned around because there's no room. All the trees that have been downed are just sitting there. And it was a couple hours later the logging truck finally came up and took some of them away, and I was thinking, yeah, somebody probably just got hollered at. But really, I understand that they are doing their business and getting the trees and stuff, but it's been a long time. Am I still on screen here? Oh, look what I just did. Daggone it. I guess we will do a little stenciling back there and cover up some of that. Oh, so this is going to be like watching paint dry, right? I didn't realize it was going to take me this long. I thought that these would kind of... Let's get some of this water off of here before I make another mess. Let's do a little bit of gold in the center. Oh, maybe that's what I could do, is like a yellow. Do that big flower in a yellow. Yeah, so short of like sneezes and sniffles, everybody around here has been doing okay. Thankfully, because I understand there's a lot of the bad stuff going around again. Really though, we didn't go too many places. Oh, my son did get his house sold, so he is officially back here for a while until he until he finds a place, because he had not found a house yet. Which really is okay with me. I love having him here. He's going to have to take a trip for work to California. I feel so bad for him. He's terrified of flying. He was trying to get his reservations and stuff last night and book his flight, and um, it's like, I hate doing this. Whereas I'm the opposite. I like to go. Of course, I always would rather somebody else do all the booking and stuff for me, because I don't really like doing that. But I love to travel. And I'm afraid of, this is so weird, I'm afraid of heights. I am terrified of heights. I don't know why. I just am. But I'm not afraid to fly. Explain that one to me, Lucy. That'll work, that goldish color. Yellowy gold. Yeah. And okay. I like it. Oh, I like it. I whipped up all that water, and now I could use a little more. I'm afraid to put it on there because I got so heavy-handed. I have to. All right, just go easy, dude. Easy, easy. Yeah, so I need to, see. I need to schedule with my group here and get our card classes started back up. We did take a break over the holidays. And so I need to kind of miss the ladies too and get to chat with them. That? I know lighting is just so terrible today. I'm sorry. I think we'll do this opposite now. I'll put a little bit of orangish in the centers of these two larger flowers. What else exciting has happened to us? We haven't really had a lot exciting. I guess that's a good thing at our age, right? Uneventful is good. Get off my petal. I don't want you on there. Thank you. Thank you. And we'll add a little bit of green on the leaves. Let's see if I can get a little bit more of that yellowish. I guess that's the orange still in my brush because I was a bad girl and didn't really clean it. Ay, ay, ay. Don't do what I'm doing. Yeah, this is one of those videos, right? What not to do. Forgot to clean my brush in between those two. Clean that off a little better so I don't have orange again. I want yellow in that. Yeah, in there. And over here. Yellow or gold, whatever it's supposed to be. I want it to be kind of a yellowish, so we'll say it's yellow. Actually, it's kind of pretty. When I'm looking at it up close here, I'm thinking, oh, this is turning into a hot mess. But as I sat back there and looked at it, it's not really that bad. Kind of pretty. Not bad. All right, now we need just a little bit of green for on those leaves. I have another stick here. Possibly not because I was using re-inker yesterday. And this color is Forever Green. Not too much imagination on that one. Right. Cleaned off again. Ooh, it's pretty. I like it. I don't know if Perfect Pearls and mica powder are like the same thing. I mean, because mica has that bit of glimmer to it, and I mean, it's very pretty. I like mica. I do have some mica flakes over there. My one little cart. And I've only used them a few times because I guess I really don't know how to use them. But if they're a lot like this, then we could basically paint with them too, right? Don't you think? I'm not sure my cardstock that I had cut here though is gonna match up very well with the pink. This is more of an orangish, and my paper that I cut was really a pink. And I know that I have watched videos before where after people have used Perfect Pearls, they'll spray a sealant over top of it or something, and I don't have a sealant. But I do think using the water and treating this like paint is going to prevent the Perfect Pearls from just, whisking away here. So I don't think I have to worry about putting a sealant on here. I gotta say, that shadow coming, or that light coming in there making the shadows on my cardstock is really annoying. Not trying to complain about the sunshine. We like sunshine. I think we have we have some storms headed our way, so I'm thinking I need to be quiet and enjoy what's here. All right, and so there we've painted with Perfect Pearls. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see the shimmer. Oh yeah, you can a little, huh? Yep. So this is going to be all shimmery. And I think I'll leave the powdery part to dry, and I'll off screen, then I will do the other one. And let me see. Let's see if we can get just enough off of like our blue blending brush. Hope that's purple. No. I just have a scrap of paper here, and I was trying to see what I might have. I don't really want to ink up a blending brush because I want it to be very subtle in the background. But first we have to find the blue. Where is the blue? Green, orange, brown. I found the back of brown. That might not be bad. I think that one's black. I'm thinking my blue clip must have fallen off. I don't know which one of these is blue. That one's obviously pink. I don't know what that's supposed to be. There's blue. I need to give those all a good wash and decide what color I was using each brush for. And I had gotten little clips to put around the handles, and most of the clips have fallen off. Which is why it's a little bit hard to tell. And what I'm doing is taking the ink that was left on this brush and over the stencil, just going a little bit behind my image. I'm not trying to go over top of it. I'm just trying to make a little bit of a background so it doesn't look like the flowers are just floating there in the middle of nothing. And that wasn't a bad idea. That worked out pretty well. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's stick these Perfect Pearls in here and get some cardstock. Originally, when I got my Perfect Pearls, these were just, this is just what came in the set. Were all these different colors. Again, I know my lighting is making that a little difficult. Came with a couple brushes and some Perfect Medium. I don't know what that is. I don't use it. I just use either water, or I have just brushed these on with my finger over images at times too, just to give them some shimmer, and that's always worked. I've never had a problem with it coming off. So let me see. Well, you know what? That just might not be bad. This is Rococo Rose, an old Stampin' Up! Retired color. Let's see. I think I'll probably trim this down a little bit. And maybe, do I have a card base already cut? I do. see. I don't know. Trimmer. Everything's kind of behind me twisted now because, like I said, I moved everything over so that I could get away from that window a little bit more. So let's try for 3 3/4. And I'm taking a little bit off of the top and off of the bottom. And we'll make this 3 3/4 by 5. And who in the world folded that cardstock base? My goodness, they were not being very accurate. Huh, I wonder. I wonder, right? Who could it have been? Okay, and do I want to put a little bit of a background paper behind there, or I feel like it needs a mat. Or do I want to make this my mat and put it on a maybe on a white card base? Yes, I think that will work. Five and a half, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And this would be 3 3/4 by 5, and then I think this is probably 4 by 5 1/4. It is. And this will be a top folding card only because that's what I had left in the card pack after I cut these two papers to stamp on. So let's put that on there and that on there. How about we can get through anything together? And I don't know which, I think this was the black that I used. I wonder if I rub over that, if some of my ink will come, my embossing will come back out a little more. Maybe it did. I didn't know if it would really come off very much more. It should, the embossing powder should resist anything that we're putting on it. Now you could put this greeting onto another piece of cardstock and die cut out a label if you like. Oh, scrappy paper. I'm good with that. And this is the VersaFine Nocturne, so this is the one that's going to take a second to dry. know, now that I'm thinking about it, do I want it on the... No, I think I like it better on the white. Yep, on the white. All right, and what I can do... I can blot that. It's fine. Good, it's dry enough. Yay! So I'm happy that you all came back to craft with me again. And oh, Ella was up here. I got kitty cat hair. As a matter of fact, I think I hear her downstairs yelling at me because I put her down there so she wouldn't get into stuff. Christmas was fun with her, I'll tell ya. Trying to wrap gifts and... Oh, into that one. Hey, that didn't come out that bad. I like it. I like it. So this was Blessings of Home. I do wish I wouldn't have got my pearls outside of the lines there a little bit. Kind of messed that up. I suppose I could fix that with some little blingers, right? Oh my goodness. We're going to blame it on the lighting today. These are new. These were my samples from Anne from Stampin' Up. Look at those dark ones maybe, right? Because you know those are the perfect way to cover up when you do get outside of the lines. Or stamp wrong. Excuse me, not wrong. Maybe stamp a little crooked or... That's pretty. There we are, you guys. Blessings of Home. Using Perfect Pearls. So we have a pretty shimmery card. And I just don't know how else to get better lighting on this. It's just ridiculous. There we go. You can see the shimmer good with that now. That's just by putting a light directly in front of me so I can't see anything. So, God willing and the creek don't rise, we'll be back next week and do... Oh, where are we at? We are... Let's see if the channel goes. Oh, Traveler is next up. Well, there's something to think about. That's an old one. Yeah. All right. Well, I will get thinking on that one. And until next week, everybody have a wonderful week. And thanks for being with me. Bye.